Oh, hello everyone. I'm Sedan. We're playing a big Garfield Kart today, and I'm not the first one to say this, but I hate Mondays. But to celebrate the end of the evil Monday and the start of the based and epic Tuesday, we're gonna be run some all cups. Let's get this started. We got Odie in his swagmobile. And let's count this down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so it's noted that I'm starting with Lasagna Cup first. With the world record route, we do Ice Cream Cup first because that's where all the hard skips are. But to sort of like ease into the mania that's Garfield Kart, we're going to be starting with the easiest one first, and by far the most popular course, Cats in the Hood. And I think, if I remember correctly, the time trials for this track is like, it's like 150 something. And then like the second highest track is like maybe like 50. So runs for this track are like extremely popular. And it's actually a good time to start now because it was announced actually yesterday that after 3 years of inactivity, Microids is announcing a time trial competition for whoever gets the fastest Cats in the Hood time. And then we're starting with Crazy Dunes. We're going to introduce a skip that's going to aid us in pretty much the rest of the run, called Bruh Skip. And Bruh Skip is an analogy. It's barriers removed up here, and we'll find out shortly what that means. So we're going to go out of bounds, and you might be like, oh wow, what is this guy doing? Going out of bounds, he's losing so much time. Well, actually, when we did that, we hit both the horizontal and vertical death barriers that sort of make up the map. And in doing that, in first patch in particular, doing that eliminates specifically the horizontal death barrier. And so we're able to do stuff like that, which we're not normally able to do. And we'll actually find out later. I might try this. I think I will. We'll find out later that you can actually do this twice and get rid of both death barriers. Oh, we didn't get that one, but that's fine. But yeah, it's as simple as that. If you run into them, for some reason, the death barriers just get deleted. We don't know where they go or what happens to them. So this is Pale Rock Lake. This is probably the most self-explanatory track. For this one in particular, we want to go as far as possible with this ramp because when we're in the air, all that speed we get off that boost gets conserved in the air. It pretty much not a lot of it gets lost. And when it comes to vertical height in this game, we love jumping high when it's a long straightaway. We hate jumping high when there's like big turns and like other stuff we have to do and get prepared with. I missed that boost, but that's fine. Pretty boring track, but it's fine. So can ring out some Garfield fun facts. I was actually planning on bringing my Garfield mug. If anybody knows, there's a promotional ad in the 1970s for a Garfield mug for every McDonald's Happy Meal that you got, and you just order these Garfield mugs and they would arrive in the mail. And it turned out that these Garfield mugs had dangerous amounts of lead and cadmium in the paint that was used, which is safe to say it's not very safe for human consumption. And nobody really found out about it until very recently. The lead paint on that cup has been under the radar for a long time. All right, not a bad time. City Slicker, also pretty self-explanatory. Another track where we do want vertical height. To skip another ramp later in the track. Show it real quick. And this used to be one of my most optimized tracks when I ran the game. This and Cats in the Hood, but unfortunately, you know, as the way speedrunning goes, new routes get implemented, and my seemingly perfect time got absolutely destroyed by smarter routing and just better movement. But yeah, we take this boost and we want super big height to skip that jump because, again, we hate vertical height, and pretty much when we're hitting that ramp, all we're doing is just waiting for Odie to get down off the ground, and so we're just sort of wasting precious time when we could be drifting, getting these sick drifts, and moving around in light speed. All right. And there we go, first track done. And so next we got Pizza Cup, which is sort of an underrated favorite of mine. I don't know why. There's some sort of charm about Pizza Cup tracks that I just really like. So Country Bumpkin, another self-explanatory track. No cool skips. And same with Spooky Manor, which is the course we're going to next. So that's a UFO. It's pretty much the equivalent of Mario Kart Blue Shells, but you have a 33% chance of hitting the correct UFO that won't abduct you, and like cause you to spin in the air for a while. But it almost never works. It always feels like it's more like a 1% chance than a 33% chance, but just my luck, I guess. And so we're actually playing Odie. This is a very tactical move because Odie is by far the most broken character in the game. So you'll notice that Odie has the... We have, when we're picking characters, we have 4 epic, cool customization features. We can pick our cart, we can pick what character we choose, we can pick what hat, and we can pick what spoiler. And with Odie, when you get his perfect combo, you not only get super good top speed, super good acceleration, but you also get his hat power up. And normally hat power ups are super redundant because they're just like regular item boosts. Like for example, you got Arlene's bunny hat, which gives you the ability to jump higher. You have Pie John, gives you ability to get like 3 times the amount of pies 3 times the amount of pies you normally do. But with Odie's football helmet gives you the ability to extend your boosts of lasagnas by up to 30%. And that's all well and good if you get lasagnas, but what makes Odie's power up broken is that this boost length extends to pretty much every boost, not just lasagnas. So boost pads, regular drift boosts, they all are under the same umbrella of getting that 30% speed boost. And yeah. Normally the strategy, I think we might have a pie John behind us. If you pay attention to the left side of the screen, there is a John, and there is a chance that he will get his best hat. I didn't actually notice if he had a hat, but our best strategy for getting rid of homing pies is to just place pies right in the middle, like just smack dab in the middle of the road, because that, up until the pie reaches you, or like gets very close to you, it just goes in a straight line, just like perfectly straight path until it gets to you. And then, so Mally Market has a very interesting skip. Oh, I didn't get the drift boost or the starting boost, but that's fine. So we go here, hit this particular, like, I usually aim for that line, and you end up respawning on the other side, and it's probably, I think, in my opinion, the easiest skip in the entire game. Just by it's consistent. You get a pretty large margin for error, and yeah. And to explain it, basically, the respawn checkpoint sort of extends accidentally past the fence. So, I mean, if you just hit it and you hold on, you have to hold accelerate to force a respawn. I guess it's sort of like a failsafe because the game devs know that you can pretty much get soft lock in this game pretty often. But if you force a respawn, you just go on the other side and you're good. So not too bad. Nice. All right, Valley of the Kings. This recently has gotten some updates with its IL routing. I'm not gonna do that because it's a bit hard. So we're just gonna do the normal strategy. I don't know why, but I'm always prone to bad RNG in this track in particular. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or the AI's out to get me, but yeah, this track's not nice to me. So we're gonna hit this ramp, and hopefully we get it. So again, we love vertical height when it's a straightaway. We hate vertical height when it is followed up by a turn. So what we do there is by using that wooden ramp, we get enough height and maintain our boost. So we jump over the other ramp, which just wastes time because again, all we have to do is wait for Odie to get down on the ground and to start another drift. So with that, we don't need to wait for Odie at all. We can just go normally. But it's a pretty inconsistent setup. Like for example, yeah, clip the corner, but that's not too bad. Oh, I missed the drift. Okay, there we go. And so another Garfield fun fact. If you know about the Garfield mug, you might know about the Garfield telephones. The ones that wash up in, there's a random beach in France that has Garfield phones that consistently wash up for like the past like 30-ish years. Apparently there's just in like some deep sea cave somewhere, there's an old shipping container of just nothing but Garfield phones, and every low tide the phones just get washed up and go up on the beach. And yeah, nobody knew where they came from until like 2019, which is Interesting. All right. We're going to Burger Cup. Now this is where we start getting into more skips. This has like 3-4 skips, one of which I'm not going to do because it's pretty difficult and inconsistent. But if we get a spring, we can do the springful version of that particular skip. But we are going to do this one where for a game where they just love death barriers so much and invisible walls, they just decide not to put any sort of out of bounds barriers there, so you can just jump over, completely skip that area. I don't think it's an intentional skip from the devs because it just doesn't feel like it, but don't quote me on that. And then let's see if we get a spring here. I can show you the trick. Also, by the way, since we hate vertical height, we can go around here, and yeah, very precise boost. You can just clip that corner and completely ignore the ramp, so you don't have to worry about any sort of height. And we get to get a spring. So if we line up so properly, right about here, we jump over there. And there's a way, if you hit like the little pillars on the side, you can actually get enough vertical height to just launch yourself up, and it saves a ton of time because in time trials, you know, you don't get springs. You don't even get lasagnas. All right, sneak a peek. I'm gonna let the music play out. Everybody loves the music in this track. It's just great. Okay. Such a great track. Okay, I missed. There we go. And so usually the consensus for this track in particular is that with all the pretty mediocre tracks in the game, everybody's like, oh, why is this why is this in the game? It's like the Dolphin Shoals like saxophone lick, but like in Garfield Kart form, but not as good. I'm not doing too well on this track, but we did get a spring. There is a dev intentional trick that we're going to use the spring on that saves a ton of time. And I did get another spring, but there is a springless way to do it that I will do on the last lap, just to show it off. So yeah, that's the intentional way. And now we're going to try the springless version next lap around. Just such a good track, but yeah, I should have avoided that. Alright, I might just get rid of this spring so I can use this lasagna if there's no pies coming toward me. Usually the best strategy, it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but go up as far as you can, as quickly as you can past the AI, because there's a larger chance that like the game's jank will kick in. Oh, did I miss that? Oh, barely missed that. But yeah, that railing has some pretty weird properties where it can just like spin you around randomly, and it's yeah, again, very inconsistent. Alright, wasn't the best, but that's fine. Alright, Blazing Oasis. I talked about Bruh before. We're gonna do this twice, and I've actually never done this in an all cups run before, but we'll see what happens. So that's the first one, and then we go back here. Oh, I don't think that counts. I'm not sure if that counted. You know it works if you if Odie like sort of just clips into the bottom of the wall. But let's see if it works anyway. Yeah, it didn't work. But that's fine, because we have a backup for this, where if we get a spring, we can jump over this gap and save this entire driving this entire area. But we're gonna have to get a spring first. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of RNG in this game. A lot of asking for springs, begging the AI not to hit you with pies, but they do anyway because they're very mean. And a lot of like physics in this game also are very RNG reliant. It seems like. All right, come on, get a spring. Nice, we got it. So jump over there, and then you can just skip that entire area. In my opinion, this is a very underrated track. It seems like a very forgettable track because there's a lot of desert tracks in this game, one per cup. So some of them do get forgotten about, but this one's a very nice one. Oh, there we go. Still got it. Nice. And then we can lap the AI. If they'll get out the way. Sometimes they just like to get in your way and just run into you so you can so you can't pass them. All right, Pasta Cosi. This is also another one where you just need to get good lucky springs for actually a dev intended skip. So let's see if we can get some springs. So yeah, even though this game, even though Odie is by far the best character in this game, nobody actually plays him in competitive, or like, I guess nobody worth their salt like plays them in competitive, because everybody chooses their own unique build. Some people play Garfield, some people play John, some people play Harry, but most people play Squeak, and it's not because he's the best character. It's not because he has like some sort of OP stat boost that's online only, but he's just cool. Squeak is an awesome guy, and he has he also runs pretty well in the in I think Arlene's cart, the Kissy cart. Has some pretty good base stats if you don't use any hats or spoilers, which most people in the community don't use hats or spoilers, because you know it's just more fun that way, and it encourages more variety, I guess. And then yeah, usually I like to hit this wall because apparently like there's an invisible like I guess box sort of thing that sort of covers the entire right side of that dev intended skip, and I always seem to hit it for some reason. All right, Hamburger Cup is done. So we got the last one, and by far the hardest cup in the game. So again, this one, springs. We want springs. We love springs, and we have to get them like super consistently, or I'm gonna have to like sit and farm for items. So we did get one the first roll, so we can just hold on to this. And we just go around normally. We didn't get double spring, so we can't. Ooh, that was close. Okay, if you drop down into a pit, you lose all your items. So I might have had to farm for items if I got hit by that and went out of bounds. Okay, so you hit that, and while you're going out of bounds, if you hit the lap counter, you count the lap, and it doesn't hit the respawn checkpoint. So we can just go back, and just like if you watch Mario Kart, the Summoning Salt Mario Kart Wii stuff, it's pretty much the same thing with key checkpoints. You want to get you just go back, and then you activate the checkpoint, farm for more springs, do it all again. Here we go. And then we don't need springs this time, so we just go around normally. But we got a spring anyway. Oh. Getting pelted with pies. Alright, we can jump over this just for some added dramatic effect. Jump over the fire pit. And then prohibited site. We're gonna do bra on this one too. It turns what is probably one of the longest tracks, prohibited site, into the shortest track. I think the only track in the game where the time trial is less than a minute. You can beat it in around 45 seconds. There we go. All right, so yeah, you do bra. You can just go up there. Skate, go around here. You haven't hit any checkpoints yet, so if you be cautious not to hit the checkpoint, you just flip around and you go over here and it counts the lap. It's pretty free if you aren't clumsy like me. There we go. Good flip. Oh, and we dodged the pile with the invincibility. Even better. Alright. And just flip again, and never mind. That's fine though. We can just chill out here. And we're done with that. Alright. Cascale Park. We love Cascale Park. Not really. We need to get more springs. It's not as required though. It's mainly just to jump over this. And technically there is a way to avoid that ramp, but it is extremely inconsistent. When I say like extremely, I mean extremely. It's a strat where if you like, we actually don't know what causes it. Might be like some sort of like lag stuff, but if you like line up properly and hit the side of the wall, it just sort of you just sort of melt through the ramp, and we call that big squeak skip. And there, you might wonder, what is big squeak? Big squeak is like, I guess you would say, an Easter egg. There's graffiti all over Cascale Park, and one of the fan favorites is a graffiti of Big Squeak that you can find behind this girder that we're about to pass. I'll see if I can grab it real quick. We'll have plenty of time to look at it. There's Big Squeak on the left, if you caught him. Yeah, we just finished this up. Yeah, this game sort of works like Mario Kart DS, where you can just sort of like go through any out of bounds as long as you have boosts. It's fine. No, everything's free game. And then lastly, Loopy Lagoon, by far probably the hardest track because there's like 4 skips that we have to do. So let's run through them. So we activated bruh. This doesn't require bruh, but you can jump over this fence with proper timing. Alright, so that's the first one. Second one, this one's pretty free. Not gonna lie. Oh. Unless we do that. Just jump over here, hit this rock. Because you have bruh, you just hit the respawn checkpoint. And then this is the hard part. You want to do what we did in Mysterious Temple, but while we're all in the air. Oh, we didn't get the respawn back to the original point, but we did get the lap, so we just do it all again. And I'll call time pretty soon. We're almost done here. Just need to get this last two. Yeah, alright. Oh, avoid those pies though. Alright, and watch out for the AI. They have a tendency to try to get in your way. Alright, we hit that. Alright, and then we do this, where we go all the way back by jumping up here and going toward this rock, and we hit it. Nice, perfect. And do it all over again. And get time ready. And time. Nice. And we're done. That is Garfield Kart all cups. So yeah, not a bad category. I encourage anybody who's watching, give it a try. You might like it. It got me addicted to playing the game for 4 years, so it might get you addicted to playing the game for 4 years. But that's about it. I'd like to thank probably all the community members who are probably in chat right now. Hello to all of you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the organizers for letting me do this again. I can play on 144 hertz now instead of 60 hertz. It's a major difference. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you around.